Hello everyone, we are group number 29. We are going to present our investment on Hayles PLC. Investment is any asset that is utilized focused on the basis that is expected to provide value in the future that will exceed its initial cost and time to value. It is mandatory to do an industry analysis before choosing a sustainable company to invest in the local market. There are many industries in the local market as we know, and we selected their industries from all those industries. They are food, beverage, pharmaceutical industry, fabric industry. To select an industry among those their industries, we considered some factors, and there are how the economic background of the country impact, how government regulation impact foreign demand, pressure on the industry, and how weather pattern impact. By considering all of the factors that I mentioned earlier, we selected fabric industry to make our investment because it is subject to various restrictions and regulation to ensure product safety, fair labor practice, and environmental sustainability. The domestic textile and apparel sector are protected by government trade limitations such as tariff and import, and it also impacts fair competition. Also, apparel and textile industry is one of the main export income sector in Sri Lanka economy. According to Sri Lanka Export Development Board, 40-100% of share of export income earning for apparel sector. After the industry analysis, we needed to choose a company to make our investment to get a better idea about the companies in that industry, like the long-term income and the profitability. We needed to analyze the data that we have. We use fundamental analysis as our analytical method to analyze the data which we got. We selected 3 companies to make our analysis easy, and they are Singer Industry Sri Lanka PLC, Abbas Electrical PLC, Hayles Fabric PLC. When considering the qualitative factors which I mentioned earlier, Hayles Fabric PLC is the company which is in the top of the 3 selected companies because it is the most competitive, has taken the highest environmental responsibility, and it is doing a large amount of work to contribute to the social and economic development in Sri Lanka. According to the qualitative factors, we can select Hayles Fabric PLC as the company to make our investment. We examine this further through a PE valuation according to our calculation. There were 2 companies that we could buy shares, and they are Singer Industries Sri Lanka and Hayles Fabrics. Singer Industries Sri Lanka and Hayles Fabrics are the companies that the market price of the shares is lower than the expected price of share. By considering the PE valuation and CAGR of PAT together, we decided to choose Hayles Fabrics to make our investment finally. Hayles PLC is one of the largest corporations in Sri Lanka with over 140 years. They provide diversified subsidiaries in various business and investments in Sri Lanka. They have 16 business sectors including eco-solutions, industrial solutions, agriculture, and power and energy. When it comes to the companies that are handled under the Hayles PLC, Singer, Kingsbury, Hayles Fabric, and Alumex PLC are some of them. Every company in the market has its competitors. In terms of Hayles PLC, they have various competitors in the local market as well as in the global marketplace. As in our findings, the main competitors that Hayles PLC has are Bradley, YDC, Supreme Group, and TBI Group, Nepal. Next, we have the SWOT analysis that we did for the Hayles PLC. Hayles PLC uses the SWOT analysis as a help to reach their objectives. As the analysis we did, we can name 4 things as the main strengths of Hayles. The first one is new initiatives on products and services. Next, they have a high supplier base and also high level of market knowledge. The last one is quality of their processes and procedures. And then let's move on to the weaknesses. In this also we were able to find 3 main weaknesses that might affect the company processes. The first one is less experience in marketing, and the second one is availability of several substitutes. The last weakness is the limitations of local online transactions. Next, we have the opportunities.
The main opportunities that we can identify are modern international markets and the recently developed market segments. And the last one in the SWOT analysis is threats. The main three threats they have to face are fresh competitors in the home market, price comparison with the other companies, and the new tax regulations. So these are the SWOT analysis of Hayles PLC.
The ratio analysis database provided here presented the financial performance Hayles company over a 5-year period from 2018 to 2020. In order to gain an understanding of the company's operational and financial state, ratio analysis has been done under 5 main categories. First one is inventor ratio. The data set presented here include three investment ratio, that is the earning per share, price earning ratio and divided payout ratio. Earning per share EPS show the number of earning that a company generated per share. As the company's EPS are growing, it can be indicate that is attracting investors, and it can be seen that the PE ratio is fluctuated from year 2018 and 2020. Second one is profitability ratio. The above data set include two profitability ratio. Here the net profit margin of the company has fluctuated between 2018 and 2020. It has shown a negative value in the year 2020 and has shown a higher positive value by 2020. Accordingly, it shows that the company is earning a high profitability related to the shareholders' equity, which can be described as a favorable situation for the investor. Third one is solvency ratio. The above data set include two solvencies, that is debit ratio and financial leverage ratio. According to the credit ratio data presented here, it is gradually increasing during the period from 2018 to 2020, and it is shown as a stable value during the period from 2020. It is gradually increasing during the period from 28 to 2020, and it is the show as a favorable value during the period from 2020 to 2022 according to financial leverage ratio, and has been fluctuating since 2018, and is the value is shown in the increasing by 2020.
Liquidity ratio. Two liquidity ratios presented in the above data set, that is the current ratio and the quick ratio. According to the data shown above, it can be seen how the current ratio has fluctuated from the year 2018 and 19 to the 2020 and 23. The high current ratio is shown as a 1.02 in 2021. This indicates good short-term liquidity. Fourth one is inventory turnover. Inventory turnover is a financial measure that measures how well a company manages inventory. According to the data given above, the company's inventory turnover has shown an increasing trend over the years, and it will show a highest value in 2022. Showing a high inventory turnover is a positive sign that the company is managing inventory efficiently. Companies make investment decisions to maximize the return by considering both the risk and benefit. The company's decision-making process in investing can be divided into two parts. That first one is long-term investment decision. This is also called the capital investment decision. Basically, this is because they invest in long-term assets that will be long-term returns. So the decision taken from these investments is called long-term investment decision. The next one is short-term investment decision. If the investment is effective and return for a short period of time, it is called a short-term investment, and the decision taken from these investments we called short-term investment decision. In our case, we made our investment decision considering the following three analyses. The first one is industrial analysis. To do the industrial analysis, we need to consider about four factors. The first one is the impact of the country economic background. The second one is the impact of the government regulation. The third one is foreign demand, and the last one is historical on the industry. By considering all those factors, we select the apparel industry. The next analysis we did was fundamental analysis. To do this, we selected three companies. They are Single Sri Lanka PLC, Abbas Electric PLC, and the Hayles Fabric PLC. This analysis has two factors. One is qualitative factors. This analysis has two factors. One is qualitative factors. In the qualitative factors, we looked into the industry we selected and the competitive position of the three selected companies. And then we looked into the economical responsibility and the social, and then we looked into the economical responsibility and the socio-economic impact of the selected companies under the qualitative factors. The other one is quantitative factors. Under that, first we look into the CAGR. In this, we measured the investment value of we invested all profit in the original asset for the investment period. And the Hayles Fabric PLC had the best CAGR of 49.09%. The next one under the quantitative factors is PR valuation. Here we compare the both market price and the accepted price. In this, both Singer and the Hayles less valued while Abbas was overrated. This means we can buy shares from both least valued companies. After doing the fundamental analysis, we selected the Hayles Fabric PLC. The third analysis we did was a ratio analysis of Hayles Fabric PLC. The first one is the profitability ratio. This shows how well the company is using its asset of This shows how well the company is using its assets to generate profit and shareholder value. The Hayles Fabric PLC has been considering its profit year after year to generate profit. The next one is the solution ratio. This is used to measure the company's ability to meet long-term debt obligations, and Hayles is at its best to meet its financial obligation. The next one is the Lichter ratio. This shows the company's ability to pay its short-term debt obligation and it maintain its debt ratio in a good way. This shows the company's ability to pay its short-term debt obligation and its debt ratio in a good way. The last ratio is efficiency ratio.
This showed the company's ability to use its assets to generate income. Hayles has a high ability to use its assets to generate revenue.
The brokerage firm. We have chosen SoftLogic stockbrokers to help us with our investment. SoftLogic stockbrokers was established in the year 2010 and has been serving a stable and growing customer base for more than 10 years, participating in investment in stock or securities on a daily basis. Also, Mr. Lucy Vijayawardena, Mr. Iftikhar Ahmed, and Mr. Ranjan Pereira are the director of SoftLogic Brokers and SoftLogic Brokers Stable Flows. That is a strong and steady flow of market trend, economic updates, and corporate events. SoftLogic stockbrokers help investors to realize their dreams of wealth maximization in addition to the fundamental of investing.
Summary of all trading activities. First, we created a CDS account from CSC app and then we selected a stockbroker firm, considering their commissions, trading platforms, and customer services. We selected SoftLogic stockbrokers. We also did an industry analysis. After that, one of our members purchased shares through the A-Trade app. The purchase price was between 20 to 30 rupees because our target value is 7,500 rupees. Ultimately, we selected Hayles Fabric PLC. The purchase bid price were between 26 to 28 rupees. The current market price share price at 26.8 rupees on 10th July. We purchased 279 shares at the 26.5 rupees on July 10th. The market value of shares is 7,480 rupees. Each member contributed 500 rupees amount and we collected it from 15 members. A weekly calculation of investment return. In the first week, weekly return is 1.4% and the second week it has increased to 3.6%. In the third week, return increased to 14.53%, but in the fourth week it increased slightly to 14.86%. Monthly calculation of investment return. We calculated the monthly investment return in 2 ways. So we got 41.23% as a monthly return.
Of investment. Here we selected Hayles Fabric PLC, chosen for investment and calculated the company's weekly and monthly returns to calculate the investment of the company. Weekly return. Regarding the weekly return, the return will increase from the first week to the fourth week. Accordingly, the return shows as 1.49%. In the first week increased to 14.86% by the fourth week. Monthly return. We had bought 276 shares of Hayles at rupees 26.5 per share agreement. First we choose SoftLogic as a brokerage firm. 500 rupees were collected from each members of the group and bought 276 shares of Hayles Fabric PLC. Then it was decided to share the return equally among the members, and if there is a loss to take them. We also decided to allow the majority of the group if the shares were to be sold again.